Yeah, what's good, people? Right here, we're going to be taking a look at one of the other car companies that is trying to get its way out of that pool to come out great. You know what I'm saying? So we are going to be taking a look today at the Arcfox. You must have heard about the Fox and you must have heard about Arctic. So when you're combining Arctic and Fox, it means bold intelligence. Let's go and see how these cars are going to be intelligent and bold. The first thing we're going to look at right here today is actually the Arcfox AS5. Okay, you see the logo right here, right? That's of course a fox. That's the face of a fox. And remember I said, okay, the Arcfox means Arctic Fox, which means of course it has the Arctic and the Fox. The Fox stands for intelligence and the Arctic stands for boldness. Now let's see how bold and intelligent this car is. Mind you, this is a sports sedan, okay? And it actually sells a little bit cheaper than your most favorite cars. You know, in the car pool where we have so many other cars and so many car companies, they are struggling to come out, and of course they are coming out with this. Let's see what this car has. Now let's take a look around the car and see what it has. Okay, you take a look at this beautiful paint. I think it's a beautiful paint job. Now let's go around. And it's on EV. This is where you charge. You have your fast charging and of course your slow charging. That's great. And take a look at this beautiful sedan. It has, guess what? This is a wing, which means it's actually quite kind of fast. And of course, it's also for decoration to make the car look beautiful. And right here, guys, let's take a look at the trunk. This is how you get to the trunk. Okay? You just got to touch the O on the Fox and of course the trunk is going to open. So we can take a look inside the trunk. I think it's kind of spacious and deep. Okay? And one thing you got to know about this car is, right here, guys, this is a speaker. I think the sound system is kind of gonna be great. Okay, we're gonna step inside to see how great that is. And to close that, we do this. Now let's step inside the car so that we have this beautiful door panel, okay, and this beautiful steering wheel, okay, and you have not too much of a luxury material right here. You just have some simple materials, okay, and right here you have your screen, you know what I'm saying, and right here your wireless chargers, and look at this center console. I think it's kind of great. Your cup holders, and guys, right here you have your camera where you can take photos in the car, and guess what, this light you can just sweep to switch off or you can switch to turn off. That's great. And you have this impressive beautiful panoramic sunroof, and you have your HUD right there. You have speakers all around the car, okay? And guess what, guys, this car is actually smart. It has a smart AI system, so you can actually give a command with your voice and the car is going to execute them for you. For example, you can say 你好小狐狸
咋了
okay 打开空调
？OK，
see, that's it. You can see the
空调已经打开了。
very good. So you can do a lot with the car right here, and of course you have very fewer buttons on this car. Okay, you can actually do everything with your voice, and of course with this smart system that you have right here. Okay. So this car actually sells at a starting price of 120,000 RMB to almost 160,000 RMB. I think that is that's not expensive. Okay, let me know how much that costs in your currency. Okay, now let's take a look around the car. Right here you have your space where you can put some of your stuff. That's normal, and the seats are actually just warming. Okay, you ain't got no massaging right here. You only just have seat warmers all around the car. Great. So let's take a look at the rear and see what it has. So you see, guys, that's a lot of space. That's a lot of leg room. I think, you know, for a car that's just around 120,000 RMB, that's good. You know what I'm saying? I think that is great. That is super cool. And you have this, again, this panoramic sunroof. You have your sleek lighting right here, which you can switch off and you can also switch on at will. And you can increase the brightness or like that. See, that is great. Remember, this is only a sedan, and you can also put this right down here. You can have your little bit of a coffee cup or your bottle holders right here where you can be relaxing and enjoying the style. And if you put that up, it becomes a 5-seater. And guess what, you have your air vents right here, and of course your fast charging right here. I really think the car has a lot of space. Now let's take a look at the other models. Okay, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the SUV. Okay, this is of course the Arcfox 86. Okay, this is the SUV. This is your flagship SUV, and of course, guys, this is beautiful as well. It is running actually on 19-inch rim tires. Okay, it can come on whatever color you want it. Okay, but they like white in China. That's the reason why you may see most of their cars are white. Okay, so let's take a look around the car. One thing that is very impressive about this car is they actually try to build this car to fit aerodynamics. You know what I'm saying? That's smart. Okay, that's another aspect of smart. So you can actually see it right here where you have this aerodynamic platform right here to actually distinguish air or to separate air for aerodynamics. You know what I'm saying? This platform right here, and you have this beautiful brake light right here, and you have right here again your tail light. Okay, and of course it's the Arcfox AT6. Look at it right here, guys. This is an AT6. Okay, and now let's take a look at the trunk. Yeah, that's your trunk. This one doesn't have the speaker right here. It's the SUV. You have right there, and you can put the seats down to have more space, and you can also take them back up. This is just normal SUV. I don't think that's so many things that's fancy about it. The only most striking important thing about this SUV with the outer shape is actually how it is built. You know what I'm saying? Like it's built for aerodynamics. It's kind of slick like that. And guess what? Let's take a look inside and see what they have. So right here at this SUV, when you get into the car, the center console right here has this beautiful screen that you can be manipulating and doing whatever. Like unlike the other ones that we see that the screen is there, you actually have the screen right here. And guess what? Again, you can do a lot with the screen right here, and you can also this one right here is for your navigation and your music and stuff like that. Okay, and this one here right here is gonna light up if you want it to, especially when you're playing your music and stuff like that. And right there, you have your HUD. And when you look at the materials, there's nothing fancy about it. You also do have your sunroof. That is great. And of course, your lights that you can swipe to switch them off. And of course, you can swipe to turn them on like that. Okay. And you also do have your camera again. And of course, you have your speakers all around the car, which are, of course, infinity speakers. There's nothing too fancy about the SUV. You know what I'm saying? But it's purely an EV. And of course, right here, you have your coffee cup holders. You have your wireless charging. And guess what, guys? You have some space right here to put your whatever you want to put. Great. And of course, it has self-parking and autonomous driving as well. Okay. But guess what, guys? Here at this car, you only do have again warming and no massaging. Okay. So now let's take a look at the rear to see what the car has at the rear. One thing you're going to like about EVs is they always have a lot of leg room. And of course, you see the head space. I think it's great. And of course, you have this right here for your air vents. I think it's just okay. And this beautiful, but actually there's nothing here. I wish they would have had a screen right here, but it's okay. So you can be sitting and relaxing right here. And you can also adjust the seats, incline them like that. Okay. And you can decline. Great. And here, guys, you have your coffee cup holder. This is kind of fancy because when I saw this, I thought it was a screen, but it's not a screen. You can put your coffee cup or your bottles right here. And again, I also thought this was a screen, but it's not. See? Good. That's it. And if you want it to become a 5-seater, you can do that. This car is great. No, in a market where there are so many sharks and you're trying to come out, I think they're starting it simple. The only issue right here is these cars are super great. The only issue right here is because we've seen so many beautiful different cars in China, so many beautiful cars in China with exotic features. You might be thinking, oh, this one is just normal, but I think it's a good car for you when you're just starting life. You know what I'm saying? Because it has a lot of intelligence as well, especially with the system, the Fox system. Okay. But let's step out of the car to see the other flagship selling coupe. Okay. Now let's go. So guys, we've seen the AS5 and of course the AT6, but what is selling right here, the flagship selling car is this right here. You see this coupe, it's super beautiful and it's large. Take a look at how impressive the taillights are. See? One thing about China is they can make whatever car they want to make, but they ain't gonna play with the taillights. They're gonna make it beautiful for you. Okay, so that's the Arcfox AS6. This is the flagship selling car or the best selling car in this platform, in this company right here with this automobile company. And it's of course is the AS6. Now let's take a look around the car and see what it has. Okay, it's a coupe. And of course, it is running as well on 19-inch rim tires. Okay, we take a look at right here. You have this beautiful, no, it's kind of beautiful. And you have your cameras right here. And this is where you charge for fast charging. Okay. 23 minutes, from 30 to 80 in 23 minutes. That's impressive. Now you take a look at the logo right here. It always shines, okay? The logo is always gonna shine like this. The Fox is gonna shine. That's great. And you have this kind of Arcfox custom headlamps. Great. And right here you have, of course, your slow charging. No. So that's it. See how massive it is? Now let's take a look inside the car to see what it can have. This door, I think the door is kind of massive, okay? Again, you have your infinity speakers and a lot of things you can do right here at the driver's side of the door. And right here, they have some physical buttons right here where you can touch and do some stuff, unlike the others, you know what I'm saying? Right here, you can, this is for your light, you know what I'm saying? You have the automatic and the stuff. Guys, okay, I think it's kind of cool. And this one now has some good, cool leather right here. You have your HUD display and your infinity. Guess what? This is your gauge, of course. And of course, look at this right here, your screen for entertainment, whatever. And now look at the center console. It doesn't have nothing like the other screen that the SUV has, but it has this impressive control and stuff like that, where you can actually select the mode where you want this car to have. You can go to comfort, you get that. And when you go to eco, you get that. And it displays on the screen. Now we're going to go to sport. When you go to sport, get the sound for sports, guys. Get that, that's the sound for sport, okay? Get that again. Ta-da! Very good. And you have the logo looking at you like Wise Fox, you know what I'm saying? And it's, of course, great. You have this platform right here where you can be doing your stuff and it's just touch or swipe, you know what I'm saying? So you can do a lot with the car, especially with your aircon and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just for actually your aircon. And of course, it also do has the smart system where you can use the AI to ask and do whatever, okay? 你好，小狐狸，打开空调。Okay, see, now that's it. The AI systems is great, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So again, you have a lot of space with the car. See right here, you have some space. I don't know what you can do. This actually right here is your 12-volt power outage, fast charging, and of course a lot of stuff. Yeah, you can put maybe your whatever, you know what I'm saying? And again, you have this right here. This is where your coffee cups are, and you have this under the center console. You have this casserole where you can put your whatever, your bag and stuff like that. And right here, guys, is your wireless charging. And look at this. See that? Great. Your platform where you can put some impressive things again. And guess what, guys? This car only has the warming and of course it has no massage, okay? So I guess that's one of the reasons why it's not so pricey. Let's take a look at the rear, guys. See how massive, and of course, the leg room, man. You can even actually sleep right here. This is almost a bed space, like, you know, like this is impressive, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's a lot of space, and the leather is kind of clean, of course. Here again, your coffee cup holders, just like the SUV, okay? And if you want it to become a 5-seater, you put that back, and of course you can relax and stay and have a lot of leg room while you enjoy this impressive panoramic sunroof right here. One thing that I actually am doubting is why they didn't put a light right here like it has for the others. But of course, I think it's kind of great. And this car sells at a starting price of just 180,000 RMB to almost 210,000 RMB. This is impressive, okay? It's not that expensive, you know what I'm saying? Because of course, they are trying to get out of the pool to become noticed, to be known out there. Like I said, these are very impressive cars, but the problem is we have so many other impressive cars that you got to really stand out to sell. So let's see if actually this car is going to stand out for a longer period of time with the competition that the car market out there has, you know what I'm saying? And not only in China, but around the world. Let's see, because only China itself has about 150 car companies producing great cars as well, because that's why if you're not producing great cars, you're not being counted as well. So now let's see if you can actually compete with the likes of other cars in China and out in the world. So for me to you, it's always live tech on your screen. Let me know what you think about these cars in the comment section. For we always bring you cars you didn't know exist, and we keep it 100. See you on our next video. And if you want me to test ride any of these cars and give you a review on how they perform on the road, let me know in the comment section. Bye bye.